everyone to be quiet as possible when that's on, that'd be great. We're going to try and make it as loud so that everyone can hear it, but I can't promise anything at this point. I'm technically a failed person.
Nice to meet you, Richard. Richard, nice to meet you. I'm sure we have a few friends in common. I grew up in Vancouver myself, so yeah.
Hello.
One of those kids that hung out at the Granville Mall, and then...
Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff.
Thank you very much for inviting me here today. As I look around the room here, I see lots of familiar faces, lots of people that I've known for a long time. I worked in the downtown east side, or in relationship with the downtown east side, in some program or another since the mid-1990s, when I was actually a street nurse working downtown and working at Main Street Clinic, if anybody remembers that place.
We miss it.
In the days of the emerging of harm reduction, meal exchange, in the midst of lots of controversy. And it was also a time, in terms of HIV, that it was a scary time in the community. Lots of people were discovering that they were HIV positive. There was a lot of other things going on in the community that caused concern and fear for women in this community. And as I look around the room, I see a number of women that I actually sat on the committee with, probably in the mid-90s, around starting a women's health center downtown. I've sat on 2 or 3 other committees like that since then. There still isn't a women's health center downtown, but there is definitely improvement with lots of women-specific services. And I was very caught by Alice's presentation, talking about the importance of a safe place, the relationships, trust. Some of those organizations were strong men, like the Downtown East Side Women's Center, and WISH would come to my mind at that time. Women have both biological and factors in social contexts that make them more vulnerable for acquiring HIV. They're the same things that can be a barrier to testing, for seeking care, and for actually staying engaged in care. You know the list: stigmatization, safety, fear of disclosure, isolation, poverty, lack of transportation, lack of childcare, losing your children, histories of trauma, histories of domestic abuse, mental health issues, addictions, ethno-cultural differences, depression, and the list goes on. HIV-positive women have unique health challenges around their reproductive health, their sexuality, pregnancy choices, menopause, and increasingly aging, as we're seeing women living longer, and the complications of aging. Oak Tree Clinic is a specialized HIV clinic for women and children. There are approximately 550 patients there. About 50 of those are children. Many of the children are actually sort of in the category of youth, and they were the perinatally infected youth. So a lot of them are sort of 17 to into their early 20s, faced with their own unique and different challenges as they sort of emerge into adulthood, embrace their sexuality, and live with their own fears and hopes and dreams. We're a provincial service at Oak Tree Clinic and serve women from across the province. Probably about 40% of women come from Fraser Health. So that is Surrey, New West, Burnaby, Chilliwack, Abbotsford, Hope, and all those areas out in there. About 35% of women come from the Vancouver region, many from the downtown east side area, but also extending up to the Sunshine Coast, North Vancouver, Richmond. Probably about 7% come from Vancouver Island, Victoria area mostly, sometimes in the islands, Nanaimo. Not too many women from the north, from the interior. And that's pretty understandable when you think of the difficulty in accessing Vancouver and the distances to be traveled. Among our women, about 35% of women are Aboriginal. Another 20 to 25% come from sub-Saharan Africa. And then the rest is made up from everybody. It crosses the span of socioeconomic groups, age groups. I've been at Oak Tree for the past year. In that year, there's been a lot of change. The two founding directors retired a year ago. And there's been some change among the team. What I have to say about the team at Oak Tree is it's a committed place. The people who want to work there, the people who work there really want to work there. They care, and they're a strong team together. And actually, there's two other people here today from Oak Tree. And you may have seen them in the community. It's Karen Moody, who's the outreach social worker, and Shannon Krell. And they contribute a lot, well, more than a lot. We're located up on the hill, and it's not an easy place for people to get to at times. And they really facilitate access to the clinic, access to housing, access to support in the system. So rather than me continuing to talk here, I have about a 10-minute DVD, and it's something that we did last fall. It's just a little snapshot of Oak Tree. Now keep in mind that this DVD was done for funders. So everybody is very, we're usually pretty smiley there, but everybody's especially smiling. So, and then when that's finished, just give you let you know about a few new things that have been happening at Oak Tree. So I'm hoping that the sound works well on this.